guys, MVC here for the Scam Pro Gaming tab for another video review. This time, in fact, our first TP-LINK product since they recently launched their gaming section on all the social media at TP-LINK Gaming, the TP-PB10400. Essentially, at the size of about half a can of Red Bull, it's a 10,400 milliamp power bank. Now, a power bank allows you to charge it up via mini USB and store 104,000 milliamps to then utilize to charge your smartphones, be it iPhone or Android, your tablets, even as far as your PlayStation 4 wireless pads and cameras, providing of course you can connect via USB and it supports 5V 1A or 2A charging. But what we're going to do is jump into a quick product overview, have a look at how it performs, how many times you can charge a Samsung Galaxy Note 4, and then come back right at the end with my final thoughts as to just whether it's worth picking up. So without further ado, let's just jump straight in. The TP-LINK TP-LINK is a white glossy finish product with an acroblow side either end. It comes in 88.8mm by 44.3mm by 44.3mm and a weight of 241 grams, and again it's about the size of half a can of Red Bull. Now, due to the nature of the stockier design, it's not something you're going to be carrying around in your back pocket. Instead, you're going to be wanting to utilize the included pouch in your own bag, unlike some of the other flatter designed power banks on the market. But I'm actually a fan of this, as it definitely lends well toward its build quality. This thing is built like a tank. It feels great to hold, and it's something you're not going to be afraid of dropping, that's for sure. Now, you're going to be charging the 10,400 milliamp power bank via micro USB on the side. It does take several hours, so it's something I recommend you do overnight, but you can either connect it directly to your PC or via a separate adapter, something you probably already have with your smartphone connected to the plug socket in the wall. But once charged, TP-LINK provides a high energy efficiency rate of up to 90%, which on paper should charge a Galaxy Note 4 smartphone battery at 3,220 milliamps about 2.9 times. But in practice, this actually resulted in about 2.1 to 2.5 times. Now, via the 1A USB connection, it took 3 hours from 0% to full with the phone turned off, and via 2A, just 2 hours, a reduction of 1 hour. And again, I have to remind you that this is a portable power bank, so whilst you might get faster charging through the included chargers with your mobile phones, particularly on the newer ones like the OnePlus One and Samsung Galaxy Note 4. In terms of portable power banks, this is one of the faster ones on the market, and I'm very much impressed with this. And again, even if you're not using it to charge when your phone is switched off, it will sustain charge if you're on the go doing emails and watching movies whilst on the train, etc. And if you want to find out how much charge is remaining, you have 4 green LEDs on the front that can be activated by that white button, which also doubles if held as a white flashlight. So if you ever find yourself in a dark environment behind the PC or in a zombie apocalypse, you're going to be covered there too. But our final feature here with the power bank is our 6 ultimate protection features. They're calling it reliable power. It covers short circuit, over voltage, over current, overcharge, over discharge, and overheating, ensuring safe and reliable charging to avoid any potential harm to your device. Again, wouldn't know how to review that. Can only tell you that I've had no issues with it, but if you do, there is a hotline on the front of the box that you can call up 24/7 support. But with that said, let's go ahead, jump into my final thoughts and just how I've got on with it using it for the past couple of weeks. So final thoughts then for the TP-LINK PB10400 power bank. It really did live up to the expectation that I built from a company like TP-LINK, so famous for their networking product, if not the biggest network company for things like routers, power line adapters and switches. And the build quality of the power bank was just absolutely fantastic, and I really am a fan of the design as well. The chunkier design, it's comfortable to hold, and whilst you won't be putting it in your back pocket, just throwing it in your coat pocket or your bag is more than enough, and just carrying it as well whilst charging is just a lot easier to do than something that's longer and flatter. You got your 2 USB ports for charging. It would have been nice to have 2 2A ports, because I'm not aware of any products that won't charge over 2A, whilst I am aware that some products require 2A. So if you've got 2 tablets that require 2 2A charging USB ports, this won't be able to charge both of them. But for most people, a single 2A and a single 1A is going to be more than enough. But moving forward, the only thing I guess you need to consider is that when it comes to maybe the iPhone 7s, the Samsung Galaxy S7s, the Sony Xperia Z5s, maybe Z4s, I'm talking a year down the line, maybe 2 years, we are going to be seeing a shift over to USB Type-C, which is kind of USB 3.1 in some respect. It's a lot faster, carries more data, and will charge devices quicker as well. So if your eventual phones include that, you might need to upgrade from this. But at the price point of this, it's going to pretty much charge everything on the market today in terms of smartphones, iPhones, Androids, your game consoles like your PS Vitas and PlayStation 4 pads. And it's something, I guess, if you have a device like that, you should really have, because going to London yesterday, a 6-hour round trip, not only did it charge my device, my Galaxy Note 4, whilst listening to Spotify, streaming videos and playing games, but it also kept it sustained at 100% when it hit that. So when I got off the train, I was ready to go. I had no issues, and it's just a lifesaver, because who really trusts the plug sockets on a train? I'd rather trust in this with its 6-way protection. Again, I don't know how legit that is, but a 6-way protection, a 3-year warranty, and a 24/7 hotline than a plug socket on a train. And for me, traveling a lot to a gaming event, this is proving invaluable, and it's something that's going to go everywhere with me, as long as I've got a bag and a coat on me. So yeah, props to TP-LINK here. Thank you very much for sending it out to me. It's something I'm going to use. And again, please check it out if you're in the market for a power bank. And again, please remember, if you use a smartphone with a smaller battery like an iPhone, rather than the 3220 milliamp battery in this, or something with less pixels unlike the 1440p display, not only are you going to get more than 2.5 charges, maybe 4 to 5 depending on the size of the battery, but it's also going to keep it sustained for longer because it requires less power than the Note 4. So my review is kind of worst case scenario. You can only get better. And I guess that's something to consider. But yeah, I've been MVC here for the Scam Pro Gaming tab. We'll catch you next time. Take care.